Okay, so get this. You're stuck there, you're squirming around in your head and you're imagining things and you're going through like those typical over ruminating behaviors. When you're thinking in that kind of way, you are out of touch with the territory. And what I mean by the territory is like the reality of what you're dealing with, the reality of the situation as it stands, not as you're imagining it in your anxious mind. So your anxious mind has this projection of what it thinks is reality, but often that's based on fallacious like cognitive biases. It's like catastrophizing, it's like overgeneralizing and oversimplifying things. It's like over dramatizing them and making up these negative narratives about our reality that are the function of a meaning making mechanism that's gone awry and that's just spinning its own narratives. One way we can deal with this is to get a taste of value to see things that are different on the other side. And let me elaborate on what I mean by this. So, getting a taste of value, this depends on your context, of course, it depends on what subject we're talking about. But getting a taste of value means doing something good, productive, valuable, something that aligns with what you want, what you desire, going out there and pursuing your values, not listening to what your anxious brain is saying, doing what you want to do if you didn't have anxiety. But your anxiety is like a force that's stopping you from doing that, whereas your desire is the force to do that. And you have to use your desire to do what you want to do to push past the force of anxiety. That hence you break in there and you get a taste of the value. Because once you get that taste, you will want to keep coming back for it more and more. And that desire will allow you to overpower your anxiety that's trying to hold you back from that. You need to get that initial taste to have the evidence of the value being there because your brain can't not logic its way out of feelings. Even you're like logically know that overthinking is not a valuable thing to do and I need to be getting my life together. I need to be doing so and so. But you logically know these things, but your brain is still stuck in those like primitive fear-based loops that's coming from the amygdala, and that's a very baser function of the brain that cannot simply be overpowered easily. So you need to give your brain the evidence that it needs to be able to internalize value so that you make the shift out of fear and into a values based mindset.